Hi there, I'm Denzel. I'm an artist who makes things for the carnival here in Derry, and this year I'm going to be making fairy houses a bit like this one here on some of the trees in St Columbs Park and Kilfennan Park. So if you're out for a walk over the spring, you might just come across them. So this is a little craft workshop to go alongside with that, where I'm going to show you how to make your own fairy doors, a little bit like the ones that I've been putting on here. So you should have got a little pack to go along with this that has the materials in it that you need. So let's just have a wee look at what's in your pack and what you'll need for making this. So in your pack you will find a couple of small sheets of coloured paper, card, a pile of lollipop sticks, a couple of these very cute little clothes pegs, and a little strip of sticky back mounting strips, okay, that you can use to stick everything together. Now, a pair of scissors is going to be useful, and maybe a pen to draw some of our designs. And if you have some alternative glue, maybe, like if you happen to have a hot glue gun, they're really solid, or some Pritt stick, they'll do the job as well, but these mounting strips are pretty good. What we're going to do is to make our door by attaching the lollipop sticks together to make a flat surface. But I'd rather have a more interesting shape than just the rectangle that gets made when I lay them out like this. So I'm going to use my coloured paper here as a little template to get myself a more interesting, maybe curved door shape. So I'm setting them out first to see which ones are the straightest. That's perfect. And to give myself an idea of how wide I want the door to be. So that's 6 lollipop sticks wide. Looks perfect to me. So I'm going to use my pen here, and I'm just going to mark that off on my sheet of paper. So putting them against the flat side. I'll just mark on the paper how wide that is. Okay, and roughly what length they're coming to. So I can fold my paper along that line. And just use my scissors to cut that to make the size for the template. I want to have it the same length as well, so I'll just lay these on here. Measure the length I need it to be, and again I can just fold that over. That's the right length. Okay. So that's the size my door's going to be, but I'd like it to have a nice curve at the top so it looks a bit more fancy. So I can use the pen to put a little curve on here, but here's a wee tip for you. I want both sides to be exactly the same. So if I fold this piece of paper in half first, I can then draw my curve that I want to make. And when I cut that and open it out, both sides are going to be exactly the same. Perfect. That's more like what I want. So I'm going to use this as a template on top of the sticks to then be able to cut them the right way. So there's my 6 sticks all together. And I can set my little template on top. That's perfect. I just use my pen or pencil to draw that curve on. Excellent. Okay. So now I'll need to use a pair of scissors to cut these. So you'll need a good strong pair of scissors, and it does take a bit of force to get this, so you might want to get an adult to help you. but we're just going to follow that curve. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just making sure that I'm keeping them in order of the way they were cut. Okay, that's great. Okay, so we can see the shape that's going to be. Now we need to have something going across the ways to stick them together and give them strength. So here's where we use our mount strips. Okay, so these things just come off the strip like that, and what we can do is we can use one to go across between two lollipop sticks to help to hold them together until we get that in place. So what you can do is you can pull one side off the main sheet, make sure that everything lines up the way we want it to. Stick that on, and then you can peel back the other side so it's sticky on both sides. A little bit awkward, as you can see. Okay, so get these lined up. Get that one on there too. And the last one, and just make sure that the curve at the top here lines up the way that you want it to. Not to get yourself too stuck to it. Okay, so those are all stuck across, and I'm ready to just put this bar across the bottom. There, that's going to hold it nice and steady. We'll come back in a minute and cut off that edge, but I'm going to need to do one up at the top here as well. So I'll work out roughly where I want that to be. Somewhere up near the top. Hold it all together. And just do the same thing with my little strips here. Okay, so we take this other stick then, stick that down. Perfect, okay, so that's completely solid now, the way we want it to be. So we just need to use the scissors again to take off these edges. If I turn it over, I can see exactly where that's sticking out too much. Just carefully cut those off. Perfect. Okay, I'll maybe tidy up the bottom here as well, instead of having all the rounded edges of the lollipop sticks. So I can use this stick here as a guide. Just cut straight along there. Excellent. That's us. So, we're going to need a door handle. Well, the fairies are not going to be able to get into their house. So, this is where you can use the little clothes peg that you got. Or, if you've got something lying around, like a little tiny shell or a button or something like that, then that would make a perfect door handle as well. So I'm again going to use my little sticky bits here, but this is very small. I've got a red one there, that looks nicer. So I'm going to stick that on, and you can see that that's quite wide. There's much more on there than we need. So I'm going to use the scissors to just cut that off. So I've just got a little strip. Now I can peel off the other side. And stick that on. There. Perfect. Still looks a little bit plain here. I'd like a wee bit of extra decoration. So we've got loads of this coloured card left over. So there's plenty I can do here to make things like flowers, butterflies, things like that that I can just stick onto the door for a little bit of extra decor. So for a flower, I'll want to draw petal shape, something like this, and then I can cut out a separate little dot to form the stamen in the middle. I'll just go around that with my scissors, and then I'll turn it over so I don't see the pen marks. Okay, so you can see there's pen marks around the edge there, but if I turn that over, they're completely gone. And I'll take a little bit off my yellow because it's a nice contrasting colour, and I just want to cut out a small circle that can form the centre of the flower. Okay, a few more of those wee strips left, so again, I just want to take a small amount off. So what I'll do is, I'll stick my yellow circle on there, and then I'll know how much I need. So just peel the other side off. Stick that onto the middle, and I've got plenty left to stick the blue part of the flower onto the door. There we go. So put that down near the bottom. Okay, you can go ahead and make a few of those if you want. Very easily done. They get a nice three-dimensional look to them because of that mounting tape that we've used. And one more thing. I'll take a bit of this yellow and I'll make a little butterfly. So I'm just going to cut myself a small piece, small rectangle. And just like I did for the door, to make sure both sides are the same, I'm going to fold it in half. Again, I can use the pen here to draw myself a little B shape, basically, with the bottom part being bigger than the top part. Okay, Doesn't matter that I didn't do really well with the pen there, because we're going to be turning it over so we don't see the pen marks. So if I cut that out, nice and carefully. Okay, right into the point there. Fold it out. And we've got our butterfly shape. So, one last job for the mounting strips. Cut myself off just a little bit of that. Stick that on. Excellent. Okay. That's me all done. I'm gonna go and put this against a tree and see how it looks. And here's the finished fairy door up against a tree with a little stone path running up to it. You can see I've made an extra flower there. There should have plenty of coloured paper left over for doing lots of little decorations like that. So I hope you have fun with it. Okay, bye bye.